This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being made possible by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, helping provide prescription drug take-back boxes in Mason County. Mason PUD3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. And Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health. Well, good afternoon and welcome to North Mason Fastpitch Field. Today, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of high school spring sports with an Olympic League fast-pitch softball game featuring the Olympic Trojans at the North Mason Bulldogs. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast is Jerry Apple.
Hey, it's great to be here. A little bit colder today, but that's okay. We're going to have an exciting game, so I'm looking forward to it.
What a difference between yesterday and today.
Yeah.
North Mason is 5-7 on the season, 3-7 in the Olympic League. The Bulldogs are coming off Tuesday's 12-2 loss to Sequim on this field. Olympic has an 8-7 overall record, 7-3 in league play. The Trojans pounded Bremerton, I think it was yesterday, 20-2. I have down here Tuesday, but I think it was yesterday, 20-2. This is the second meeting of the season between North Mason and Olympic. The Trojans took the first game 12-2 on April 11th. It has been more than a decade since the Bulldogs have beaten Olympic. The last North Mason win over the Trojans was 6-5 on April 13th, 2012. Jerry.
Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of Jerry, he'll get you the lineups and the batting order in just a moment. And, of course, we have the first pitch. It's Olympic League fast-pitch softball. The Olympic Trojans at the North Mason Bulldogs next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal Fiber Internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
And we're back here in Belfair. Okay. And Jerry's got the lineups and the batting order for us. Jerry?
Yes, I do. Starting off with the visiting Olympic Trojans under the direction of Coach Chuck Stark. Leading off, playing third base, is number 1, Meili Bode. Batting second is a shortstop, Haley Feltus. Batting third, the catcher, Bea Richmond. Batting cleanup, the second baseman, number 5, Rosalind Tate. Batting fifth is the center fielder, number 9, Hannah Lynn. Next up, Brenda Morrison will be pitching but not hitting.
Okay.
Batting sixth, I don't want to confuse you, is the first baseman, Sophia Brown. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, Hannah Whitson. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 4, Jules Richmond. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Cheyenne Sherry. That's your lineup for the Olympic Trojans.
Actually, we were told it's Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
I'm sorry, that's even wrong there. It's Cheyenne.
I think
Anna,
you're right.
Cheyenne Anna?
Yep.
Cheyenne Cherry. Okay, well,
You're correct.
I don't even know if I'm right.
You
either.
are
Well,
correct.
one of us is right, so we'll call her Cherry. How's that?
Okay, and now up for the, here's the starting lineup for the North Mason Bulldogs under the direction of Coach Steve Valley. Leading off will be the left fielder, number 13, Kendall Mathis. Batting second is the shortstop, Sarah Pruitt. Batting third is number 22, Alyssa Hatfield. Batting cleanup is the center fielder, number 2, Audrey Johnson. Batting fifth is the right fielder, Jenna Markinson. And batting sixth will be the first baseman, number 21, Adriana Crowley. Batting seventh is the catcher, number 14, Emily Bybee. Batting eighth is the second baseman, number 7, Jordan Young. And batting ninth is number 12, and she'll be the designated hitter, Stephanie Arbogast. That is your starters for the North Mason Bulldogs.
And the pitcher for the Bulldogs is Alyssa DiMatteo.
Yes.
Just didn't want to leave her out of that. She'll
Thank
be in the
you.
pitching circle.
Yeah, we don't want to leave her out.
Another thing to point out, it's going to be a lot of blue on this field, Jerry, not just the umpires and the girls in blue. The difference here is the Bulldogs have black sleeves. The Trojans have white sleeves. So that'll be a little bit difficult to see on the video, but that's the difference.
It's interesting when the athletic directors, when they get together, say, okay, this is going to be our color for the home team.
Yeah, but they don't usually change much when it comes to fast pitch or baseball, do they, Jerry?
No.
Not really. It's usually the basketball, football, soccer, things like that.
So you're saying they don't have 2 sets of uniforms?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so that...
Not necessarily. Maybe they have, but I don't think I've seen anything but blue on the Bulldogs, and obviously blue for the Trojans. Anyways, we're going to get the lineup cards exchanged here in a moment. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the first pitch. This is a Mason Web TV powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.com.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
And we're back. Ran out of commercials, Jerry. Got to go back to the top of my list. That's what the blue logo is all about.
Well,
Anyways, we're moments away from first pitch, Jerry. Go ahead.
So it wouldn't matter if the athletic directors did call each other. You probably only have one set of colored uniforms.
Right.
So once in a while, you'll see both teams have blue.
Well, and I'm just pointing out the difference is the sleeves and the socks.
The socks.
And the socks for the
White
Trojans,
socks.
they have white socks as well as the white sleeves, and the Bulldogs black sleeves and blue socks with the rest of their uniforms. So that'll be interesting. So get everything underway, and boy, yesterday it was very warm and sweaty and had the sunscreen on, and today you look at Jerry. Jerry's almost bundled up in his winter gear over here, and I have to already zip up my my first layer here. So
I probably should have brought one more layer,
Yeah,
but
maybe
I
you
don't
should
think
have.
it matters.
No, we'll be all right. We'll get into it. So we'll get things underway here shortly. Alyssa DiMatteo is going to be the starting pitcher against Squim on Tuesday. She only lasted an inning, gave up 4 earned runs on 2 hits. Didn't strike out anybody and walked 4. It was a rough outing against Squim on Tuesday for Alyssa. Hopefully she'll have a better day here with the cooler weather. It was much warmer on Tuesday. I was up here by myself because Jerry had other commitments and could not make it. But he's here today, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I felt really bad. I had 2 Zoom meetings and a meeting at my house of my officers, and so.
You can't miss the meeting at your house, can
No.
you? That's a little hard to explain to everybody. Well, okay, thanks for coming. I got to go. Anyways, we got a little bit of wind coming, as you can hear. And I've got it anchored down. Hopefully it won't take off on us. And we are ready to play some ball, Jerry.
We sure are. So we appreciate you, the listening audience,
And viewing audience.
and the viewing audience.
So, Jerry, go ahead.
Leading off for the Olympic Trojans will be the third baseman, number 1, Maley Bode.
Yeah, Maley was 2 for 3, hit a double, batted in a run, walked once and scored 2 runs against Bremerton. Waiting for the first pitch, and there's a lot of chatter coming from that Olympic dugout. DiMatteo waiting for the sign that she likes. Get the first pitch in there. Taking her time. Here's first pitch. High ball one.
One of the things I like is I see the third baseman and the pitcher both wearing a mask. I really think that is a great idea. That ball comes back fast
Oh, yeah.
to
it
those 2
certainly does.
positions.
So here is the 1-0 pitch to Bode. Leadoff batter here. Inside for strike 1. This umpire's not very animated. And I have to listen closely, aren't we? So 1-1 is the count.
Some are really animated.
Some are great. No doubt about what they call. So 1-1 to Bode. Here's pitch number 3 from DiMatteo. Inside for ball 2. 2-1.
And the other thing about the home umpires, home plate umpires, they will designate how many strikes and how many balls with their hands. That's nice, too.
Yeah. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter for Olympic here in Belfair this afternoon. Pitch on the way. A little bit high, a little bit outside for ball 3. So 3-1 to Bode. Getting lots of chatter coming from that dugout over there.
Yeah, I like hearing that.
Yeah, so do I.
I do.
Makes it interesting. Here's pitch on the way. Pop fly. That's into foul territory, coming in, trying to make the catch and getting it. It'll be Crowley, and that's out number 1 for Olympic here in the first inning.
And now up your second hitter, the shortstop, number 2, Haley Feltus.
And Haley, 1 for 1, had an RBI and scored 2 runs against Bremerton. So 1 out, nobody on for the Trojans here in Belfair this afternoon. Alyssa DiMatteo with the pitch. Oh, and she hit Feltis, and there's a base runner. So 1 on and 1 out for Olympic.
And now up is your third hitter, the catcher, Bea Richmond, number 12.
Now, Bea had a good game. 3 for 3, hit a double, batted in a run, scored 2 runs.
Oh, wow.
That's a good day.
Well, it sounds like a lot of them had a good day against Bremerton.
20 runs against Bremerton. We know Bremerton is a little down this year. So 1 out, 1 on, runner at first base. Here's the first pitch to Bea Richardson. I'm sorry, Richmond. Get that wrong every time. In there for ball 1. About half the crowd that were here today, as we had on Tuesday for senior recognition for the Bulldogs. Just quick glance behind my shoulder. So here's the 1-0. Runner goes, no throw.
That was a good idea.
Yeah.
She was pretty close to
There.
getting in there anyway, so to second, so it's good to hold the throw.
So Feltis is now on second base, and it is 2 balls and no strikes.
Bea
To
Richmond,
Bea,
your
yeah.
hitter.
She digs in, waiting for the 2-0 from DiMatteo. Ooh, that's just late on that call for strike 1, Jerry.
Third baseman's playing in just a little bit.
Can't really see
Rosalind
first
Tate
base.
on deck.
So Bea digs in again for the 2-1 pitch. 1 out and 1 on, runner at second base, pitch on the way. High ball 3, 3-1. And again, DiMatteo taking her time in the pitching circle. Something she didn't do on Tuesday. I think that was probably part of the reason. There's a swing and a foul straight back. But part of the reason that she
Got nervous.
got in her head and they got to her early. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she was pretty quick on her release. Today, she's taking her time.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
great.
That's just what I've noticed in the difference.
And we learn.
Oh, yeah. It's on you to take your time and control the pace of the game. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full to Bea Richmond. She'll foul another one off.
What do you think of that rule in the major leagues where they have 20 seconds to throw the ball?
I haven't really paid much attention to it, but I like the idea. I think 20 seconds
Speeds
might
it
be a
up.
little too quick. I think maybe 25.
Yeah,
would be
speeds it
better.
up though.
Well, it does. I think I heard it knocked off like half an hour or something like that.
It has.
Yeah.
It has.
So the count remains full to Bea Richmond. To pitch on the way and a line drive right up the middle into center field. Feltis holds up at third, and the Trojans have runners at the corners.
So Bea Richmond got a single, and now up is your cleanup hitter, the second baseman, number 5, Rosalind Tate.
And Rosalind was 2 for 2, scored 2 runs
Oh.
against Bremerton. And she'll step in, dig in for the first pitch. 1 out and 2 on, runners at first and third for the Trojans. Pitch on the way, high, ball 1. See, the other thing is she's, for DiMatteo, taking a walk to the back of the circle. Hopefully she'll get into a groove and not worry about things here. Big sigh. Here's pitch. Strike 1 called. Inside. Had to wait for him to make the signal because I didn't really hear him say strike. The home plate umpire, that is. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on for the Trojans. Top of the first, pitch on the way. It's going to be high ball, too. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And what was the term where the person goes from first to second? We saw that term yesterday. It's
Well,
not
it
a
wasn't
steal.
necessarily the specific term. It was the defensive indifference was the term, but it wasn't necessarily that particular play. It just happened to be in there. There was no, you know, the ball was in play, but nobody really knew what was going on. Or not going on, didn't make a decision to do anything. So we're going to have a courtesy runner. So coming in will be sorry. What is it? It's Richens. Katie Richens is on second base for the Trojans. So runners, it's
Kate. Okay.
yeah. Sorry, I gotta update my graphics. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
Nice pitch.
That makes it 2-2 for the count, with runners at second and third now for the Trojans. 1 out. Tate waits for the 2-2 pitch from DiMatteo. Inside. And that'll make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Trojans starting the game out here. Here's the pitch. High, and that'll load the bases.
So Bea Richmond will advance to second.
Oh, she was already on.
She was already there.
And it's going to be, yeah.
And now up is your 5th hitter, the center fielder, number 9, Hannah Lynn.
Well, Hannah did not bat against Bremerton, Jerry.
Okay.
So she'll step in, face DiMatteo. 1 out and 3 on. Bases are loaded. Pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss by Lynn for strike 1. Lynn steps back in. Waiting for the 0-1 pitch. Low ball, 1-1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 3 on. Feltus at third. Richens. Oh, there's a fly ball out there to right field. Back off the fence and tagging up and coming in is a 1-run will score. And the bases remain loaded on a nice RBI single by Hannah Lynn.
Yeah, and Haley Feltus is the one that came in.
And unfortunately out there, Mathis, I don't know what happened. She just lost sight of it the last second, couldn't glove it, and it hit the fence. Out there at left field.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like she had it there for a while.
I'll bring up Brenda Morrison.
And Brenda is your pitcher.
She took ball 1. She was at 3 for 4, had an RBI, and scored 2 runs.
Oh.
It's a good day for her as well against Bremerton. Bases remain loaded, 1 in and 1 out, 3 on.
And I was told that she plays on a select team in this area in the summer.
Yeah. Here's the pitch on the way. There's a fly ball that's going to drop in for a base hit. Coming in to score will be Richings for 1, and making her way around third is Tate for 2. So it's now 3-0.
So we have 2 RBIs there by Brenda Morrison, and we got a runner on first and second.
Yep.
And now up is the first baseman, number 11, Sophia Brown.
Sophia, 2 for 2, hit a double, a triple, 4 RBIs, and scored a run, Jerry. That's pretty impressive. Outing as well. So we do have a courtesy runner over at first base for the pitcher. I did not see a number on there, Jerry. So Yeah, it might be Kaiser. We did Emma Kaiser. I'm gonna think it's who that is, but we'll try to find that out. So the first pitch to Brown outside for ball 1.
Give Brenda Morrison a credit for 2 RBIs. I don't know if we said that already.
Yeah.
Did we? Okay.
You did. So 3-0 is our score. And Brown is in the batter's box with the runners at first and second. Pitch on the way. High. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, 3 in, 2 on for the Trojans here in the top of the first inning.
Boy, they sure leave a big gap between second and third. I've noticed that's a big gap up the middle.
Here's a pitch on the way. Runners decide to go. There's a hit right up the middle in that gap. Rounding third and heading home. Got her on the tag. What a nice little move there by Bybee to get the runner coming home for out number 2. But runners are at the corners now. So we have 2 down. And oops.
Yeah, that was a nice relay throw. Yeah.
Oops, I'm getting the wrong thing. 2 out. I'm trying to get to 2 out. There we go. So 3-0, 2 out. Runners at first and third, and the batter now is Hannah Whitson. Hannah was 1 for 4, had 2 RBIs and scored 2 runs. Pitch gets away, and runner goes to second.
And Hannah is your designated hitter.
And so that first pitch was a strike. Okay. So the 0-1 to Whitson is DiMatteo taking her time again. Pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball right to Hatfield. Gloves it, throws it over to first and Crowley, and that'll end the inning. Trojans get 3, however, leave 2 out there. We head to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Olympic. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
And we head to the bottom of the first inning, 3-0 Olympic. North Mason coming to bat. Jerry?
Well, Olympic had 3 runs on 4 hits in the top of the first. And leading off for the Bulldogs will be your left fielder, number 13, Kendall Mathis.
And Kendall 0 for 3 against Squim on Tuesday. Pitcher for the Trojans is Brenda Morrison.
And she throws with some heat.
So Mathis will step in to get the Bulldogs bats going, at least she hopes. Waiting for the little infield meeting to break up. And Morrison will get a red first pitch. Ready to go to Mathis. 3-0. Trojans get 3 runs in their half of the first, and let's see what the Bulldogs can do here. Pitch on the way, outside, ball 1. Mathis will step back in. Pitch on the way. High. Ball 2. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong thing here, folks. So it's 2 balls, no strikes. Let's correct that. Ground ball gets by the third baseman, gets into left field. Mathis turns the corner at first and holds up and heads back to first.
And now up for the Bulldogs is number 1, the shortstop, Sarah Pruitt. And Sarah's a senior, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. And Sarah was 1 for 3. She had one of the 2 hits in the loss to actually it was 1 hit. She had the only hit against Squim. Correcting myself. Sarah steps in, first pitch to her. Outside.
Diedrich was up here on Tuesday, and he was here for the senior night.
Right.
And North Mason has 3 seniors.
Yeah, their pictures are up on top of the
Yeah,
thing up there.
that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a strike. So 1-1 now. For Pruitt. Nobody out, 1 on, runner at first base. Pitch on the way. Ground ball up the first base line. Did she tap on the bag? I don't think she tapped on the bag. Brown must have tapped on the bag.
Yeah, all she had to do was touch the bag.
Yeah, I didn't see her do that, but
yeah, she did.
Umpire saw it, so that's out number 2. On the play, however, Mathis makes her way to second base.
And now up is your 3rd hitter of this inning, and that's number 22, the 3rd baseman, Alyssa Hatfield.
First pitch in there for a ball. Excuse me, it's only 1 out. Did I say 1 out or 2 outs? It's only 1 out.
1 out.
Right. And that was a ball, so let's correct that. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hatfield. That one is basically fouled out of play right in front of us. Hatfield, see, where is she? Wonder what's her number, Jerry? Oh, there's she. There's 24. Okay, she was over 2. Walked once, scored a run against Squint. So 1-1 is the count to Alyssa Hatfield. Pitch on the way, high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
We have watched some pretty good pitchers in the league that that Shelton is in, and this girl that's out there on the mound throws with just as much heat as.
Ooh, there was a little drive there to first base, and
another unassisted play by the first baseman.
Brown went to the bag and tagged it herself, although a nice play by Tate to come over and try to help out. She was there just before Brown got to the bag. On the play, however, Mathis makes her way to third base.
Now up is your cleanup hitter, number 2, Audrey Johnson, the center fielder. What's happening?
Yeah, you're not hearing me, Jerry.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
See, Audrey 0 for 1. She had 2 walks and scored a run.
You know, it's amazing when you get these on your ears. You can hear better.
Yeah, when you put the headphone on your ear, it works so much better. Pitch on the way
I know.
to Audrey.
I'm a work in progress, everybody. Okay? With the headphones.
That's 1 ball to Audrey Johnson. Sorry, we're just having our own little personal conversation in the broadcast booth. Swing and a miss by Audrey for strike 1. 1-1 is the count to Miss Johnson. Wind's coming in. I believe it's on my microphone. If I get it closer, it'll stop. 1-1 to Audrey Johnson. 2 out, 1 on. Swing and a miss by Audrey. That's strike 2, so 1-2 to Audrey. Again, Mathis over at third base. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Bottom of the first inning, 3-0. There's the strike 3 called, and that in the inning. The Bulldogs get a base runner and leave her out there at third. And we'll head to the second, 3-0, Olympic on top. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD 3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
Second inning we go. 3-0 Olympic with the lead, and coming to bat
is the right fielder, number 4, Jules Richmond.
Let's see, Jules 1 for 1, scored a run against Bremerton. She'll step in, wait for the first pitch from Alyssa DeMatteo. Alyssa again taking her time in that pitching circle. Here's the first pitch. Line drive right into the glove and actually dropped, but a throw over to first. Oh, she didn't get in there. The throw was just a little bit late, and a good play out there after Pruitt dropped it and threw it over to Crowley at first, and just a bit late.
Yeah.
That'll be one base runner for the Trojans.
And that was an error, so
back to the top of the order.
Yeah, now up is Miley Bode.
Runner goes to second, throw to second, a little bit off, but a good play out there by Young.
Miley Bode is the third baseman, and she flew out to the first baseman in the top of the first.
Pardon me, it was Pruitt covering second base on that play. So runner at second base in Richmond, Jules Richmond. Pitch on the way, and it'll be strike to 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Bode. Second inning to play, nobody out, 1 on, 1-1 count. That's ball 2.
Just a little high.
Did you notice, Jerry, when that pitch came in that the place got silent for that second before realizing it's a ball? Because it looked like a good pitch from where we sit, but...
She's got some heat too, you know?
Yeah.
DeMontra's got a pretty good fastball.
There's a line drive. That's going to get into center field. Rounding third, nope, holding up at third is Richmond. And there's an RBI for Bode, and runners are at the corners. And that will bring up Haley Feltis.
Haley Feltis. She was hit by the pitcher in the first inning and scored the first run.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. For the Trojans, they're leading 3-0. We're in the top of the second inning. First pitch to Feltis is strike. Runner does go to second. And so Bode is on second base now for the Trojans.
Haley has had fairly good control on her pitches. She just had that one person that she hit with the pitch.
Fly ball to left field. Nice play out there by Mathis for the out. Tagging and coming in for the run is Jules Richmond, and Bode makes her way to third. So a run comes in and makes it 4-0. Trojans on top.
And now up is your third person in the lineup, and that is Bea Richmond. She had a single and scored the second run. She's our catcher for Olympic. Nice catch out there in left field.
Oh, and there is another hit batter. And so Richmond heads to first base, excuse me. I was thinking something else, saying something.
Runners at the corners.
Yeah, runners are at the corners now. We'll have a courtesy runner for Bea here shortly, I believe. Yep, here we come.
And next up is your cleanup hitter. She got on by way of a walk, okay. She's number 5. She plays second base, and she scored the third run in the first inning. Rosalind Tate.
So Katie Richens is the courtesy runner at first base. So runners at first and third, pitch on the way, and there is another hit batter as Tate heads to first, and that'll load the bases up.
Maybe settled her down a little bit now, just talk to her.
So that'll bring up Hannah Lynn.
Yeah, and Hannah had a single, and then she was thrown out, I believe, trying to score.
Right, she tagged out, actually.
Yeah, she was tagged out.
Those would be
Yeah,
more
it was a nice tag.
Yeah, it was a good relay throw, but the tag is what got her.
Yeah.
First pitch in there is a strike. Seemed a bit high to me, but, you know, what do I know?
Well, we've learned not to second guess the umpire.
They're right there. They're in the game. We're spectators. So 0-1 to Lynn with the bases loaded. 1 run is in, 1 out. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Lynn for strike 2.
She changed up that speed just a little bit on that pitch. It was very effective.
So no balls, 2 strikes. Comes that wind zipping in here from behind. Pitch on the way, swing and a drop, strike third, and did they give her out? Drop third strike, but the home plate umpire said, oh, coming home, the ball does go over, and no tag. What's going on here? Okay, so runner at first is out, and the run comes in and scores. I like it when they explain things to us because we don't have a clue most of the time. So 2 away, and a run came in, and that makes it 5-0.
And Bailey Bode is the one that scored on that.
All right, so we have runners at second and third now for the Trojans. Trying to get to that page.
2 runners in scoring position.
And Morrison is the batter.
2 runs in so far this inning for the Olympic Trojans.
So Brenda Morrison is the batter.
Yeah,
and the first pitch was a ball.
And she had a single and wound up on third in the first inning.
She'll hit one. Nice play by Pruitt. Throw to first, just out of the glove. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes another run, and Morrison's on second. So that makes it 7-0 now. These 2 runs have come in on that hit and the error, and Morrison has. You can give her a double there, or just
and
a
now
single.
Up is number 11.
That's my question.
Sophia Brown. She had a single, and she is your first baseman. Is that what you're asking?
No, never mind. It's gone. So courtesy runners in there for Morrison at second base, and the first pitch to Brown is a strike 1.
My hearing aid in the left ear is working. My right ear, I don't think it's working.
Okay. So 4 runs are in here in the inning for the Trojans. Are leading 7-0. We're in the top of the second, 2 out, 1 on for the Trojans. Sophia Brown takes ball ball one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. I was looking at the board, not looking at the umpire. Go ahead.
By not playing a little closer the shortstop to the second base, it makes it a lot easier for that runner to lead off almost halfway down third base.
So we have a 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. It's going to be ball 2, so 2 balls and 1 strike.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's just, that's too big a gap.
So 2 balls and 1 strike. However, the scoreboard says 3 balls, no strikes. And the umpire has tried to get that corrected several times. So here's the 2-1 pitch to Sophia Brown. Swing and a miss there. That's strike 2. So 2-2 is now the count. Runner again at second base. And I believe that is Emma Kaiser. Do not know for sure, because she's wearing a sweatshirt, a little hoodie. There's no number on it.
She's your courtesy runner.
Yeah. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a foul ball up the third base line. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, 1 on, 4 in.
A lot of 2s.
Yeah, we are in the, did I say top of the second? That's another 2.
Yeah.
And only number 11 is, if you add the 1 and the 1, never mind. I'm getting a little out of there. Sophia Brown has 2 balls, 2 strikes to her.
I get him distracted.
Yeah. You are a distraction, Jerry.
I know.
But a good one at that. Pitch on the way. It's ball 3. And the runner is looked back to second base. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Sophia Brown with a full count. Steps back into the batter's box, waiting for the pitch from Alyssa Demateo. Excuse me. Lots of chatter coming from that dugout. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. But the Trojans add on. They now lead 7-0. We head to the bottom of the second.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal Fiber Internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Bottom of the second inning we go, Jerry. 7-0 Olympic with the lead. North Mason coming to bat.
And leading off is the 5th hitter in the batting order, number 11, Jenna Markinson. She plays right field. And I was talking to
her grandfather.
Yeah, her grandfather, and she plays in a select league in this area, Bremerton, I guess, area. She was very familiar with a couple of girls from Olympics. So that's kind of neat.
Oh, this is kind of a small community, this softball community. Jenna was 0 for 2 against Squim on Tuesday. Just to make a note, pitch on the way, fly ball over her head speedily, over Jerry's head actually, and that's strike 1.
Oh, I forgot to bring my glove.
You keep saying you're going to bring your glove, and he always forgets it. I don't know how he's going to do his scorebook and play with the glove. Here's pitch on the way. Fly ball right into the glove of Feltus, and that is out number 1. Bringing that up here.
And now up is your first baseman, number 21, Adriana Crowley.
Yeah, Crowley, Adriana
Crowley.
was 0 for 3 against Squim. Folks, if you keep hearing a little echo, I keep pushing something up into program that's our program, so you get a little echo going, and I apologize for that in advance.
It's, yeah, Crowley.
Crowley. It's the first pitch to Crowley with 1 out. Swing and a miss. And that low pitch. Just saw something that we sure didn't. Step back in for the 0-1. You know something, Jerry? I just noticed when the wind stops, it actually warms up a bit. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss again, and that's strike 2. Okay. So 0-2 to Adriana. Crowley, the first baseman for North Mason's second batter in the inning. Swing and down she goes swinging, and that's out number 2 for the Bulldogs.
And that's the second strikeout for the pitcher for Olympic. And now up is your catcher, number 14, Emily Bybee.
Okay, Emily was 0 for 1 against Squim, which is kind of odd. Everybody else, I think, batted 3 times. Not Emily. First pitch to Emily is strike 1 on the outside corner. Had to wait for that call to come through.
She was up twice officially.
I do not remember, to be honest. Doesn't have it on my sheet here. So here's the 0-1. And that's going to be ball 1. So 1-1 count to Crowley. With 2 out, nobody on for the Bulldogs here in this second inning. 7-0 Olympic with the lead. North Mason with the at-bat. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1-2 to Crowley. I find it interesting, Jerry. You talk about the hole in the middle.
Oh,
it's on both sides. There's a swing and a miss, and the 1-2-3 go the Bulldogs here in the second. We head to the third. Olympic still leads 7-0. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Using marijuana and alcohol can amplify feelings of stress and anxiety. There are healthier ways to cope, like engaging some or all of your senses. 1 sense at a time. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. The next time you feel stressed, remember to use.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
And we head to the third inning of play, 7-0. Bremerton. Olympic with the lead, and the Trojans are coming up.
The pitcher for Olympic, Brenda Morrison, she's got a 1-hitter going so far, and she's got 3 strikeouts. Doing a nice job.
Is that Hannah Whitson coming up, Jerry? Yep, number 10.
Let's see.
That's what's on her jersey, Jerry.
Let's see. That would be, yes, Hannah Whitson, number 10.
Okay.
Okay. So, your designated hitter. She grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning. Is number 10, like Diedrich said, Hannah Whitson.
I think we have a little change here in the infield, Jerry. So Whitson gets the first pitch in there for a ball. I'm only saying there's a change in the infield because it looks like Audrey Johnson is now at shortstop, Jerry. I only know that because she has red hair. We'll have to check on that in just a moment here.
And you notice how she's playing closer to that second base.
Yeah, I do notice that too. There's a ball 2, believe, to Whitson. Batting for the Trojans. Yep, 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff batter here. Pitch on the way. And it's ball 3.
In my opinion, the toughest position, of course, is catcher, but I would say the most important position is your shortstop.
Yeah, Audrey Johnson is now at shortstop.
Okay.
And I'll give you some other changes there. There's a strike 1 called, so 3 balls and 1 strike. Let's see. The outfield change, let's see. We have Mathis at center. Johnson has moved over to left field. So that's where, I'm sorry. No, Markinson's in left field, excuse me. And Arbogast is at right. And there's strike 2 called. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Whitson to lead things off.
Inside corner there.
Gonna change that, or I just use this. Maybe I just use this, Jerry. This makes sense. So the full count to Hannah Whitson. Pitch on the way, and that one's fouled off the screen. And the count remains full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck will be Jules Richmond. For the Trojans, who have been running the bases well, Jerry, when they're out there. Here's a pitch on the way, swing, and that again is fouled straight back, and the count is still full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting for the next pitch. Here it is. Strike 3 called, and that's a strikeout, Jerry.
It was close, but
it was very close.
I think it was in there. I think it was a good call.
Well, I'm not arguing the call. So 1 away for the Trojans, and here's Jules Richmond.
Yeah, and Jules got on by way of an error in the first inning, and she did score.
First pitch to Jules Richmond. High for ball 1. One out, nobody on for the Trojans here. They're leading 7-0. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Second batter in the inning for Olympic. This pitch, low for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes to Jules Richmond. It's like the infield is playing pretty much in their standard spots.
Yeah.
And the outfield, they pretty much stayed there where they have been for the game. Pitch in there for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes to Richmond. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Inside and calls, oh boy, she spun her all the way around, but called for strike 1. Wow. Just hit that inside corner enough to get the strike called. But Jules did a little pirouette.
Get out of the way.
Wow. Or maybe it was a little acting, I don't know. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Richmond. Pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball. That is it playable? Nope. It is. It falls.
It was playable, but it was just barely foul.
Yeah. Markson couldn't quite get to it, and that'll be strike 2. So the count is full to Jules. Richmond, I'm sorry.
It was good hustle out there by the left fielder, though.
Yeah. Jenna Markson has moved from right to left in the outfield. So there's a 3-2. There is a walk. So Richmond heads to first base, and that'll bring up Molly Abode.
Yeah, she's, of course, the first hitter in the batting order, and she had a single. She's 1 for 2. Flew out to the first baseman and then had a single and scored in the second inning.
So 1 on and 1 out. 7-0 ball game here in the top of the third inning. Olympic has been, they've been swinging the bats pretty well here today. Here's first pitch for Bode. Runner goes, throw to second. Diving in there safely. Nice play out there by Richmond.
And give a steal to Jules Richmond. And no doubles or triples, but all singles so far.
Richmond out there at second base, dusting some of the dirt off of her uniform. Got to leave some on there, though. Got to prove your played well today, right?
Yep.
And here's Bode waiting for the 1-0 pitch from Alyssa DeMatteo.
And Olympic has had 5 singles so far.
Here's pitch on the way. Inside for strike 1. Boy, that inside is really, I think he's really liberal on that inside call for the strike, Jerry. So it's 1-1.
Seems to be a little bit, as we could tell on that one, that spun the girl around.
We are to that side, actually, Jerry, so it's hard for us to see the plate. And that one is going to be ball 2. It's, I guess, a bit outside. So 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Jules Richmond is on second base in scoring position.
Here's the 2-1. Line drive right to Hatfield. She'll throw over to first. Oh, and it was bobbled there on the play. Richmond makes it way to third, and the Trojans have runners at the corners. It seems to be a theme today for Olympic.
And an error there on the first baseman.
And that'll bring up number 2, Haley Feltis.
Yeah, she was hit by a pitch and flew out. So she is 0 for 1.
So Richmond at third, Bond at first. Pitch on the way, shows bunt, pulls it back. Runner goes to second. Standing up there is Bode on second. So now there's 2 runners in scoring position, Jerry. And Haley Feltis.
Feltis can do some damage right here.
Let's see, let's correct the. I guess that was a strike. Okay. Next pitch in there for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Feltis with 1 out. Actually, it's 2 balls. Is that right? 2 balls?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's unfortunate because I don't see the.
Well, I can't. You know, he's not.
He's not indicating.
Well, he's holding it up, but he's not very animated, so we don't know. There's a pitch in there, and that's going to be in for a strike. So there's the strike that I had earlier. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Haley Feltis. With 1 out and runners at second and third. Bode's at second. Jules Richmond at third. Pitch on the way inside for strike 2. That's that inside corner, Jerry, just hitting it almost every time. So 2 and 2 is the count.
Big strike zone.
Maybe the strike zone's shifted over here a little bit. I don't know.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. 2 and 2 is the count to Haley. She'll hit one foul, but right there to Hatfield. She did a great play on that, Jerry.
She sure did. And, yeah, she did. And she could have.
And you know something? She also tapped the bag. That was kind of a very good play, good footwork, but wouldn't have gotten the out because it's not a force out, right?
No,
But it still was a great move, great footwork.
But she would have came home
Probably.
No, she wouldn't. Well, depends on what the third base runner was going to do. I don't think the third base runner would have moved. So she would have gone over to first.
So there is a foul over everybody's head, and the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 on.
What she would have done, she would have held her and then gone to first for the throw.
Or maybe she could have tagged her out, too. She might have been off the bag for all we know.
Yeah.
I can't remember back that far.
But it was a good play.
It was a good play is my point. So 2-2 remains the count to Haley Feltis. Pitch on the way. Line drive right to the glove and off the glove of Hatfield. And in comes one runner to score, and the Bond makes her way to third, and there was actually no throw. So Feltis is on first, and that makes it 8-0 now.
Okay, and Bode is on third, and Haley Feltis is on first. So runners on the corners, 1 out.
And this is Bea Richmond,
Yes,
the batter.
that's right. And she is 1 for 1. She's got a single and a second time up. She was hit by the pitch.
So 1 run in, 1 out, 2 on. Runners are at first and third. Bea Richmond, excuse me, is the batter. Takes the bat. That's a pass ball, and the runner comes in safely. They throw to third now, and nope, she's safe as well. So a runner scores, and a runner makes it all the way. Feltis makes it all the way to third, Jerry. So that's now it's now 9-0 with 1 out. Now 1 on. Only 1 on. Supposed to be off. And Bea Richmond is still the batter.
Yeah.
Looks like coach is out to talk to Alyssa.
So we got 2 runs in this inning. Unfortunately, there's been 2 errors in this inning that's assisted the Olympic Trojans, plus the walk. Yeah, it's good. He went out to talk to her and let her know, hey, keep going.
Looks like he might have handed her a hand warmer too. So you're shaking something, squeezing, shaking something. So I'm thinking she's putting something in her back pocket. So I'm assuming that is a hand warmer.
Good observation.
So Bea Richmond steps back in with a runner at third and 1 out. She has 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and it's strike 1. So 1-1. Is it 1-1 or is it 1? It's got to be 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. Okay, so 1-1 is the count. With 1 out, 1 on, 2 in here in the inning for the Trojans. Keep adding on. Top of the third we are. Pitch on the way. Swing and a little ground ball. The glove there. Throw to first for the out. Another run comes in to score, making it 10-0 and 2 away.
Nice throw by the shortstop to get the runner, Bea Richmond, there at first base.
Concede
and
the run.
Now up is your cleanup hitter, the second baseman, number 5, Rosalind Tate. And Rosalind has walked, and she was hit by a pitch, so she's 0 for 0. no official bat.
And she swings and hits one into left field. It gets all the way to the fence, and Rosalind Tate is heading to second with a stand-up double. The throw into second is offline, and Tate's just going to hold up right there. So 2 out, and the runner is at second base now.
And that's the first double. All the other hits have been singles. Did the runner score there?
Yep. No. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, the runner did score. And that will bring up number 9, and that's Hannah Lynn. Well, no, actually it did not come in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought it did. First pitch. No, yeah, it did come in. I'm sorry. It just hasn't been on the board.
So there should be another run on the board.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been. That first pitch to Lynn is a ball. I'm just looking at something else here. So it's 10-0. Top of the third inning. Trojans on top. Runner at second, pitch on the way.
And
hit that outside corner, or the inside corner, excuse me.
I apologize, interrupting you. The center fielder, Hannah Lynn, was thrown out at home on a nice tag. She does have a single. She's 1 for 1.
And she has 1 ball, 1 strike on her in this at-bat. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And again, we have Rosalind Tate at second base, looking to come in a 10-0 ball game. DiMatteo taking her time again. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2-2 is now the count. Hannah Lynn steps out of the box. Takes a couple of practice swings.
Mateo's trying to get her second strikeout of the game. Or third strikeout, excuse me. She's already got 2 strikeouts.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing, fly ball, center field. Going back to the wall and grabbing it for the out. And that'll end the inning. But the Trojans add on. They're up 10-0. We head to the bottom of the third. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with the safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Bottom of the third inning, 10-0.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Is the center fielder Audrey Johnson?
No, the center fielder.
He switched, didn't they?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't remember who that is right now.
Whoever was playing center field made a nice catch.
Right.
I just wanted to give them credit.
Yeah, they switched it on me and I didn't write it down. It's not on my app anymore. So leading things off for the Bulldogs is going to be Jordan Young.
Yeah, this is her first time up.
Yeah, she was 0 for 3, but did get credited with an RBI against.
Okay, good. She must have had a sacrifice fly or
I
whatever.
Not remember. I want to say she didn't walk, so it must have been a sac fly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we had a nice little chat with her last week, didn't we? With Jordan at the baseball game last week. Doesn't matter. Either way.
And Jordan's your second baseman. Leading off here at the bottom of the third.
Here's first pitch. It's high, ball 1.
She holds up.
Looking to swing, though.
She thought about it.
No, she did. She talked to us about the game we called between North Mason and Shelton that opened the season. There's a little dribbler that's going to be picked up, and Brown will run over there and tag the bag for out number 1.
Yeah, I felt bad because she said, you know, are you going to come and announce our game on Tuesday? Well, Diedrich made it, but I couldn't. And I wanted to be here. So.
Yeah.
For the senior recognition. And now up is number 12. And number 12 is Stephanie Arbogast.
She was, Stephanie was 0 for 3 against Squim.
And Stephanie is your designated hitter.
And she did take strike 1. So 1 out, pitch on the way. Outside, strike 2. Hit that outside corner. It's this corner here on, well, it's his left. We can't quite see that this umpire really likes, I think. So 0-2 to Arbogast. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2 for the Bulldogs.
That's the 4th strikeout for the Olympic pitcher. Pitching a good game, isn't she?
Yep. Back to the top of the order, is it not?
Yeah.
Yep. For Kendall Mathis.
Yeah, Kendall had a single and was left on third there in the first inning. And Kendall plays a left field.
She'll swing one back and hit the pole above her heads. Actually, Kendall is now in. Yeah, you said left field. You're right.
Is she still?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah. Because you could have told me
she
something
went
else that I would have.
Yeah, no, wait a minute. No, she's not. Yeah, okay. I'll have to double check all that. So 2 away, and that was strike 1. I'll have to write it down on my other sheet so that I can remember from here on out. Here is the 0-1. Strike 2
Boy.
called. He's at that
She
corner.
comes in there fast.
Yeah.
She's one of the fastest pitchers we've seen this
Yep.
year.
Yeah.
She matches the pitcher from Aberdeen, that's for sure, I think.
So 0-2. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right back to Morrison, the pitching circle. Throw over to Crowley, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs. 1-2-3 again. We head to the 4th. It is 10-0. Olympic on top. We'll be right back. That's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
It's not always easy to deal with difficult emotions. And while quick fixes can seem less daunting than facing how you feel, some short-term distractions, like marijuana, can actually increase feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression. Which is why building healthy habits, like moving around, practicing gratitude, or connecting with others, are better for your mental health. And if you need it, help us out there.
And we're back here. 4th inning of play we go.
Can I ask him a question?
It's 10-0, Jerry.
Yeah,
Don't worry about the scoreboard.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got. You're on the official app. It is 10-0. The Trojans on top here as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Not really sure why it hasn't been changed.
Yeah.
Either way, the Trojans have the lead and are coming to bat. We do have a new pitcher, and it's number 23. That's Jocelyn Walker. Jerry, we have a new pitcher for the Bulldogs, and Walker pitched 6 innings against Squim. 8 earned runs on 14 hits, 2 strikeouts. So a new pitcher for the Bulldogs.
Okay.
And leading things off is going to be Brenda Morrison
Yeah,
for the Trojans.
Brenda's got pitched quite a game. She's got 4 strikeouts, a 1 hitter so far, and she is 1 for 2. Had a single back in the first inning.
So the first pitch to Morrison, knocked up the third baseline, glove by Hatfield, throw over to first, and drew her off the bag. Unfortunately, Crowley got her foot off the bag, and there is a base runner for the Trojans to lead things off.
And now up.
And we're going to have to assume it's the same order, Jerry.
Yeah, we've got a new hitter here.
Is it? Oh, it's a new hitter?
I think we do have a new hitter.
Let's see what we got here. See if we can decipher who it is. Oh, it's Evie. number
they got
6.
it up there now.
I told you that they would. So it's Evie. I think it's Array, number 6, Jerry.
Okay.
I hear Evie. So Evie is the batter. And on the sheet here, Jerry, it looks
That
like
you
it.
have it,
Yeah, number 6. And you tell me what that is. I think it's ARRAY. We can just call her Evie because we do know that's her first name.
Yeah.
Number 6.
We know her first name is Evie.
So Evie is up. First pitch on the way. Strike 1.
And she normally plays catcher.
So 1 on and nobody out for the Trojans here in the 4th inning. They're leading 10-0. Evie will dig in. Wait for the 0-1. Swing, and that one's going to be fouled off for the second strike. Jocelyn Walker in the pitching circle for the Bulldogs now. It's 0-2 to Evie. Here's pitch on the way. It's high, and ball 1. 1-2 is now the count. And Evie steps back in. Waiting for the 1-2 count. Again, runner at first base for the Trojans. Trying to add on. Here's pitch on the way. Outside for ball 2, so the count goes even to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out and 1 on. Here's pitch. Ground ball that goes foul up the third base line. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Runner on first, no outs.
Here's pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Evie goes down swinging, and that's out number 1 for the Trojans here in the 4th inning.
And now up, number 7. And
That's
that
Cherry.
is Cheyenne Sherry, left fielder.
1 out, 1 on, pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 1. That's Shaina, Jerry. It's Shaina. That's how you pronounce it. Here's the pitch on the way. Ground ball right to the glove of Johnson.
Nice
Throw
play.
to second for out there. No throw to first, but there's out number 2. And a nice play, as Jerry said. That's Audrey Johnson playing shortstop. Gloved it and threw it over to Young covering second, and that's out number 2.
So that was a force out.
And there's still a runner at first base, though, but 2 down. And that will bring up who, Jerry? I can't see the number. Number 3. Runner goes on the pass, ball, and that'll be Lauren McDonald, number 3.
Okay.
Coming to bat for the first time. And Lauren was, let's see here, 1 for 3, hit a double, batted in 2 runs, walked once, scored 2 runs against Bremerton. First pitch was a ball, so better update that. So here's the next pitch to McDonald. It's strike 1, and 1-1 is the count. 2 out for the Trojans here, 1 on. And runners over at second base for the Trojans. And here's a pitch on the way. It's a high ball 2. It's a 2-1. Shaina Cherry is on second base. Jerry with 2 away. And McDonald is the batter with a 2-1 pitch. She'll line one right off the glove of Jordan Young. Rounding third, heading home is Cherry for run number 11. And there's an RBI, a 2-out RBI single, Jerry, with a little bit of an error. I don't know if you call that an error. I can leave that to Jerry there.
Okay.
He makes those decisions. It did go right to the glove of Jordan Young, and it popped out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you call that an error, Jerry.
I'm going to give it a single.
No, that's okay. Sounds good to me.
Nice.
And that'll bring up Maddie Miller, number 8. Is that who that is?
Yep.
Yes, it is. She swings and she fouls the first one off. Maddie was 1 for 2.
Yeah,
Had 2
nice.
RBIs and scored a run against
Nice to
Bremerton.
see the coach for Olympic getting a lot of players into the ball game.
Give him some time here. You're up 11 to nothing here in the 4th inning. Might as well give some other players some time. Pitch on the way. That's low for ball 1. So 1-1 is the count to Miller. Just expect something to come from the sky here very soon, Jerry, as the wind keeps blowing. Pitch on the way. Strike 2 called, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 out, 1 on. Runner at first base.
Showing bunt, but let's see.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a fly ball, hooking, and it goes fair. Drops in for base hit. Rounding second and heading for third. And she's going to hold up there. So runners at the corners with 2 out. Jerry?
Yeah, nice single there. I think one of the reasons why she faked the bunt is to try to draw that infield in a little bit.
Here's Haley Feltis coming up with 2 out and 2 on.
Yeah, and Haley is 0 for 2 in the ball game, and first she scored the first run for Olympic back in the first inning. She was hit by a pitch.
First pitch was in there for a strike on that the inside corner. Yeah. One that's closest to us. Let's put it that way.
And she's your shortstop. She's plays a good game. Good glove.
Next pitch on the way. Strike 2 called. So 0-2 to Feltis with runners at first and third. No, actually on the play. I'm sorry, I went to second. I didn't see that, Jerry. Thanks for pointing that out. So now it's runners at second and third. With 2 out.
2 runners in scoring position.
There's a swing and a miss by Feltis, and that'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Olympic up 11-0. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go, Jerry. 11-0 Olympic with the lead. North Mason coming up.
Yep, and up is number
10.
10. So
now I'm a little bit confused because on the score sheet that we were given, number 10 was Imlay. On the app here, it is Bettenker. So I don't know who this is. I'm going to
give it. Let's go with Bettenker.
Well, we'll find out who number 10 is.
Who's number 10?
Well, he's going to check the app, and that's going to say Bettenker. Okay, well, it's going to lead things off here for the Bulldogs. There's first pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike one. So Cheyenne Bettenker is what we have on the sheet and what's on the app, but I don't think that that is because Imlay was the name that I saw on the lineup card. And the next pitch was in there for ball one, so 1-1.
We just can't go for 2 for 3? Okay.
Well, number 10 is up. You would think that the app would have the right information as a swing and a miss. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to number 10, who I believe is Imlay. If I read that right, I wrote it down that way, but I didn't write. All I had was there was a letter before it. Here's the 1-2 check swing there. It's going to be a ball. So 2-2 the count. This is what gets a little frustrating for me, especially this point in the season.
Because we want to recognize the players.
So here's a 2-2. That's a little bit of a tick on that ball there. They're going to call her out. So that'll be out number 1 for the Bulldogs, although I heard a little tick on that.
As long as the catcher catches it.
He tags her.
That's an out.
Okay. And that'll bring up, let's see, Alyssa Hatfield. And Alyssa was, let's see here, 0 for 2. Had a walk and scored a run against Squim. Here's first pitch. Ground ball. Going to be scooped up there by Bode. Throw over to first, and that'll be out number 2. So quickly, the Bulldogs have 2 down. And this looks like it's Audrey Johnson, isn't it, Jerry? A little red hair hanging out of the the batter's helmet. Yeah. So Audrey will step in there. She hasn't batted today, has she?
She did.
Oh, she did.
I have her. She did strike out in the first inning, so she's 0 for 1.
All right, she takes ball 1 on the first pitch. So 2 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way. A little bit outside for ball 2 to Johnson.
Yeah, I was impressed with her last play there at shortstop.
Yeah. Audrey will step back in, wait for the 2-0 fly ball. That is out there, right field. On the run out there is Richmond, and that'll be the end of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Bulldogs here in the inning. We head to the 5th, 11-0. Olympic with the lead coming up.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
And we head to the 5th inning of play.
And Jocelyn Walker is your pitcher. This is her 2nd inning out there on the mound for the North Mason Bulldogs. And leading off is the catcher, Bea Richmond, number 12. She is 2 for 2. She got hit also by the pitch. She got 2 singles from what I've got. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me. So first pitch to Richmond is in the dirt for ball 1. There's a ground ball and be gloved by Johnson. She'll throw it a little bit high, and Richmond's going to turn the corner, hit the second.
Yeah, beautiful glove, just unfortunately she rushed it.
On the throw, yeah.
And threw a little high.
So that'll actually bring up Katie Richings for the Trojans. So runner on the second base for the Trojans. We're in the top of the fifth, 11-0. First pitch to Richings. He is in there for a ball. Richins, sorry, it's Richins. There's no G in there. So here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss for 1 ball, 1 strike.
So Bea Richin is on second by way of the throwing error, although it was a beautiful play, beautiful catch.
Here's a 1-1. High outside for ball 2.
And how do you say number 13's last name?
I have Richins. Okay. If I spelled it right when he told us.
Good. I'm glad you did, because I didn't.
Here's the 2-1. Strike 2 called, so 2-2 the count to Katie. Nobody out, 1 on. 11-0 is her score. Top of the fifth. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Runner's going to go. Throw to third. And Richmond is safely over to third.
Yeah, she just got underneath the tag.
So the count is full. And the runner's at third base now for the Trojans in an 11-0 game. Richings. Here's the full count. She swings, and that's out number 1 for the Trojans here in the fifth.
Okay.
This is number 16, Jerry, or 18? 16.
Number 16 is up.
Maybe this is Emma Kaiser.
Okay.
We'll call her Emma Kaiser.
We've had a lot of substitutes, which is fine. It's good.
So here's the first pitch to Kaiser for strike 1. 1 out, 1 on, runner at third base. Here's the 0-1 to Kaiser. Swing, and that one's fouled off the screen for strike 2. So Bea Richmond is over at third base, 1 out. And Emma Kaiser is the batter. Pitch on the way. That one is going to be a check swing that hits a bat and goes foul. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Walker taking time for the moment. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss, and Kaiser goes down swinging, and that's out to number 2. And here's Brenda Morrison.
Yeah, and she, of course, is the pitcher and doing a good job, has a 1-hitter going. She is 1 for 3, has a single back in the first.
Here's first pitch to Morrison, and that's a strike. I think what they're going to try and do is they want to get the runner in here, Jerry.
For insurance run?
Yeah.
So that they
or
get it over 5?
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they're working on a squeeze there, Jerry. I don't know.
Yeah,
here's the 0-1. Ground ball, and that's going to be gloved by Johnson. Another high throw. Runner comes in to score. And Morrison motors over to second base. Well, there's the insurance run. Another insurance run. And it's 12-0. The other runner is at second base now with one in, as Richmond came in to score with 2 out. 12-0. And
this is Katie.
I don't know, Jerry.
I do. Let's see.
Here's the first pitch.
Oh, this is Evie.
Oh, this is Evie. Okay.
Yeah, this is Evie.
All right. She takes ball 1.
I had to double check on that, but this is her second time up. She struck out the first time.
Ground ball. That one's going to be gloved by Young. Actually, it's going to go through the glove of Young, and another run comes in to score as Morrison tags home plate. And home plate. That is. And there's a. I don't know if you're going to give her a single or an error, Jerry, but that makes it 13.
Unfortunately, if you don't have to move for the ball, it's going to be called an error.
So Sound 13-0, and this will bring up Shaina Cherry with 2 out, 1 on, 2 in here in the inning for the Trojans. Top of the 5th inning, 2 outs. 2 outs.
First time up.
Second, Jerry.
Second time?
Yeah, second.
Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Here's a pitch. It's going to be high for ball 1. Here's the next pitch. That one gets away, and the runner heads to second base now. No throw. So the runner's now at second base. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Cherry. Or is it 3 balls? Pitch on the way. Fly ball, shallow. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third, heading in to score. Making it 14-0.
And that was a single there by Cheyenne. And she got a credit for an RBI and advances. Nope, she's on first.
She's on first, yep. This will be Lauren McDonald coming up again. Number 3.
Lauren, the first time, had a single and got an RBI.
There's first pitch to McDonald, swinging a ground ball right back to Walker. Throw to first, and that will do it for the inning, but more damage was done by the Trojans. They're now up 14-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Well, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 14-0, Olympic with the lead, and the Bulldogs are coming up to bat here.
They've got to score 5 to keep it going into the 6th and 7th inning.
So Jenna Markinson will lead things off for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, she's 0 for 1. She flew out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning, Diedrich.
And she is playing left field.
Okay. Oh, okay.
She moved. She flopped her.
Yeah, that's right.
So, well, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say the outfield is Marcus and Mathis, and then Arbogast from left to right, but at this point doesn't matter. So Jenna steps in, first pitch in there. Ooh, hit that. I thought it hit the that corner, but obviously not. Ball one.
Pitcher is working on a one-hitter. Quite a game by Brenda Morrison.
Next pitch on the way. That was fouled up the third base line. Oh, making Adriana Crowley do a little dance out there to avoid that ball streaming in there. So the count is 1-1, nobody out. Leadoff batter for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Just wanted to see how quick he was.
Yeah. Here's a pitch that's a little bit outside for ball two. So
I was talking to the coach for North Mesa for a long time, and he's played a lot of slow pitch. Matter of fact, he's played in up in his 40s. He's played in some national tournaments, so he's quite a slow pitch player.
Pitch was a ball, so 3 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter in Jenna Markinson. Pitch, and that one's over our heads. Off the screen for strike 2. The count goes full.
I really reacted.
I did. I ducked. Even the trajectory of the fence wasn't there, it would have gone over my head. Either way, so the count is full to Jenna Markinson to lead things off here for the Bulldogs. Pitch on the way, and that one is fouled off the screen, or I should say the backstop.
I'm too numb to move. I'm just here.
Our shirt's May. We sure it's May.
I know it.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful day. There's a ground ball right back to Morrison. She'll throw it over to Brown for out number 1.
They have a special name for May the 4th.
It's May the 4th be with you.
Yes. Thank you.
It's a Star Wars reference, Jerry.
That's right.
And here comes Adriana Crowley.
Yeah, and she struck out in the first inning. She's 0 for 1.
She'll pop the first pitch out. Bond calls it and grabs it after going out a couple of steps, and that'll be out number 2 for the Bulldogs. Now down to their last out here.
And now up is number 14, the catcher, Emily Bybee. She's done a good job defensively. She saved a run for North Mason on that one tag.
Yep.
I was impressed. And she is 0 for 1, like I said.
First pitch is a strike.
The Bulldogs need some runners.
We got 2 down here. It's a 14-0 score. Olympic on top. North Mason at bat. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off the screen for strike 2. 2 out. Nobody on. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that will do it, Jerry, for out number 3. And that makes it the final score, 14-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll give you some totals when we come back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back in a moment.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix, but vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. Each time you vape, nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded. And the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good. And when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseyouwa.org.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because it felt like a failure. And then I realized, like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Well, it's a final here in Belfair. The Olympic Trojans come in and take care of the North Mason Bulldogs 14-0 in 5 innings. Jerry's quickly scratching on things to add to make them some totals. What you got for us, Jerry?
Well, Olympic had 14 runs on 10 hits. Mealy Bode had a single. Bea Richmond had 2 singles. Rosalind Tate had a double. Hannah Lynn had a single. Brenda Morrison had a single. Sophia Brown had a single. Cheyenne Cherry had a single. And so did Maddie Miller had a single. The thing I think that hurt North Mason was not so much the hits, but they had 7 errors and a lot of walks. And that's what hurt them, especially when you play a good team like Olympic. North Mason had 1 hit. That was by Kendall Mathis. That happened to be the first hitter of the first inning that lead off a single.
Yeah.
And so I was really impressed with the pitcher. Had good control for for Olympic.
Okay.
So that's it.
That's it. Next up for North Mason, they have a road game at Bainbridge on Tuesday. Olympic hosts North Kitsap on Monday. Our next broadcast is Saturday when the Shelton baseball team opens postseason play in the District 4 tournament with a pigtail game against Hawkinson. First pitch is 1 p.m., and that, I think, will do it for us here in Belfair. My thanks to Jerry Apple for his help with today's broadcast. Final again, Olympic 14, North Mason nothing. We will talk to you on Saturday.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV powered by HCC was made possible by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, helping provide prescription drug take-back boxes in Mason County. Mason PUD3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.